Welcome back to the show here. It is quarterfinals time for the women in the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. Tyler Wright, last year's world champion, taking on Coco Ho. It should be a fantastic battle. Coco really trying to stake her claim for a spot in the top 10 once again. Tyler Wright has been one of the highest scoring surfers of 2017, but the victories in those first two events have eluded her so far. Head to head, Tyler hasn't dropped the heat to Coco just yet.
In that situation, I liked it. I mean, that wasn't a stand-up, so it wasn't actually a score. So this was the attempt here. She does get. Yeah, just a quick wave and kicks out for 4.43.
Tyler just making sure of it, pushing Coco to go. Coco committing now. Straight into a high line trim to gather a heap of speed to get out in front of this section. But this wave's flattening out. She's going to kick out. Just over 19 minutes to go.
It's just like, I'm going to close this gap and then just go tit for tat till hopefully I gain on her. And then, but gosh, that was such a amazing heat. I always love competing against her. She really brings the best out. And yeah, we've competed against each other since we were like 9 or 10, so we go way back.
And she got the better at the start and you fought your way back into it, right?
Yeah, she actually had my number at the start. I caught that first one. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this going, set the scale. And then next thing you know, she catches the one behind me and I had wiped out. I was like, really? Is this the cards I'm dealt? So I just regrouped myself, started over, and yeah, was fortunate to get those two like 8s and mid-7s.
But Coco with priority wasn't able to capitalise and put a big number up, just a 0.6. So we'll go and have a look at the replay of Tyler's ride now.
So just the beginning here, had to start off with the cutback, but she finally gets to that shallow section and lays into a carve. Keeps it together too, as you see she had to break down in order to make sure that her board didn't lose grip. You can bend those knees, you can feel it so he doesn't skip out.
Sometimes here there is that little bump on the face, even though the conditions are glassy. We saw it yesterday with Mick Fanning. Almost some of the lumps on that glassy water kind of caught him by surprise. They're a little harder to see. And the board skipping out for Tyler just during that carve, but it was a committed turn. She did earn herself 5.67. She's now out in front, the current world number 3.
You can make adjustments. You know, if you have a break, you can usually do a little bit of adjusting here and there.
Here we go. Tyler's up once again. With that priority here, a lot of speed to burn on this first carve. And now the wave flattens out. She'll stick with it though, just looking to finish this one off. Bit of a uncharacteristic fall on that previous ride. She makes sure of it this time. Just a safety hit. Probably knows that she's not on her way to the highest ride of the day, but she'll be happy just to apply some pressure here, have Coco chasing a couple of rides.
It's like if they're getting 5, 6, 7s and 6s, but they're still leading the heat, that's okay.
Let's see what Coco can do now. Well, tries to dig into that first carve, a little sticky. Can make up for it through this inside section though. Bit of foam on the face. She can match up her scores with Tyler and stay right in this heat. Building speed for the end section and a cleaner finish than what Tyler Wright had, but maybe a little less impact on the major turn on the outside.
Plus, you know, she's so used to riding powerful surf growing up on the North Shore. She would be very comfortable harnessing that power. A little bit of a stumble there. She did get a little hitch as she carved that one. She stays with it though. And again, she has that quickness, that precision. And that's what she has to do, is find those waves that will allow her to showcase that. This wave does stay nice and steep throughout the entire inside section. But I think we'll see a little bit of the score be affected slightly from that hitch on the outside. And then Tyler, big long arc, that rail engaged throughout the entire turn. She didn't have really any release. You know, this wave didn't stay as steep through that midsection, but she gets the finish. So two different style of waves. But you feel like Tyler, with the strength of that outside move, is going to get the bigger score.
6.5. Have a look at this. Set waves approaching. Tyler Wright with priority. Still out in front. Coco Ho's last ride of 5.83. Tyler needs to better a 5.67 to push ahead. Throwing some big turns down already. Just the quality of her waves holding her back a little bit. Not this one though. A couple of big sections on the outside. And some deep tracks laid already. As she flows through to the inside. So limited opportunity there, but she did combo up a couple of big turns to start. Coco's going to get a good opportunity here on a good looking wall now. Up into this first section. Nice, tight, critical surfing as always, but she goes down on that outside rail.
You would have loved to see her commit and get that wave finished up.
But early on in the contest, I think she looked like she was in event-winning form. So she can tap back into that on these clean walls. She could be right. Here we go, Tyler on the replay.
First excellent score in this heat by this young woman, Tyler Wright. Again, there she mixes it up. She knows that variety is so important. Starts off with the layback carve and then the forehand carve. Gets the connection on the inside to finish up, but really that 8 came from those 2 turns on the outside. So powerful. And the fact that she laid on that rail and held it all the way through. That's what Bells likes, is that commitment to the rail and the length of time you're holding it as you carve through the maneuver.
So 5.5 minutes to go here as we see the replay of Coco's wave. And had she made that second turn, Pete, she would have been on her way to a really solid number.
Yeah, so she was quickly in and out of that turn on that outside section. There's the steepest part of the wave, and she tags it. And she comes out of that and does another big round arc on the outside corner. Then she's rivaling. She's getting herself into those excellent wave scores.
On to an 8.23, trying to get rid of a 6.5. Doesn't have priority, but Coco gifts Tyler this wave. Let's see what she can do with it. Digs into that first turn, whips that tail around. Back onto the open face, carving. And she has tied that hair up. She means business. Trying to increase her lead here and put it out of reach for the Hawaiian. 2 minutes to go. Love that first turn, Pete, but was there enough left on that wave to push the requirement higher for Coco? Well, Coco's up at the moment. Let's see if she can fight her way back. A well-placed float, but tries to get busy to get around the section and takes a fall as a result. Just over a minute and a half remaining here.
I really like how Coco's been putting together her waves. Just those falls have been plaguing her. You know, if she could stay on that board, keep that flow going, and you see a lot more quarterfinals out of her. But look at that turn, the whip. So that's a little bit different. Different style of turn for Tyler Wright. Much more quick in transition, much tighter arc. And then she'll mix it up with these big, long, drawn-out arcs. And again, trying to show that variety and the different style in each different section. And that section called for it. Because it's important. You know, you got to be able to read a lineup and understand where the best waves are. And then, you know, seeing it one place on the beach and then having to figure it out by triangulating it on the bowl.
Well, that heat has come to a close. Coco Ho loses her opportunity to put up a couple of big numbers, taking some falls. The performance was there, but the pressure was always going to be high up against Tyler Wright.
And you can look at it right now and go, hey, what is that? Where can I work on it? You just gotta, you can't fall.
And Coco making her way in. Some positives for Coco to take from this performance, a quarterfinal finish. And one of her better finishes here at Bells Beach in recent years.